Aliko Dangote was voted Africa's wealthiest man for the 10th time in 2021 with a net worth of $12.1 billion. The corporate enterprise he founded more than 3 decades ago, Dangote Group, is one of Nigeria's top private entrepreneurs and the most significant conglomerate in West Africa. Tracking back on his early years, Aliko Dangote was born on April 10, 1957 in Kano State, Nigeria, to a Muslim upper-class family. He graduated from Cairo's Al-Azhar University with a degree in business studies and administration. Aliko also earned 2 further doctorates from the University of Ibadan and Coventry University. He had a desire for generating money as a child, and he was always looking for business possibilities. This might be due to the ambitious atmosphere in which he was nurtured. Aliko Dangote financed $3,000 from his uncle when he was 21 years old in order to import and sell agricultural products in Nigeria, his home country. His company idea rapidly became a success, and he was able to pay off the full debt within 3 months of getting started. With a market value of $17 billion, Aliko Dangote is the wealthiest individual on the African continent presently. Sanusi Dantata, his grandpa, was reported to be one of the wealthiest persons in Kano State, Nigeria at the time. He achieved this rank through selling commodities such as oats and rice. Aliko's grandfather became his legal guardian when his father died. It was through him that Aliko developed a desire to make money. Sooner, he engaged in the acquisition of materials from overseas vendors at wholesale pricing, sugar from Brazil and rice from Thailand, as well as pasta, salt, chocolate, millet, textiles, and vegetable oil are among them. It's pretty vivid how Dangote exhibits his interest in these fields towards climbing up to victory. And of course, eventually, Dangote was already on Forbes' list of the world's wealthiest people by 2013. The Dangote fertilizer plant in Nigeria commenced operations in mid-2021. Unlike many affluent Nigerians who built their fortunes in oil, Dangote took a different path at first, but he has now returned to the oil and gas business. Dangote is building a large oil refinery in Lagos, which is expected to commence operations in late 2021, in an effort to put some of his financial stockpiles to work. If successful, it may be dramatically reduce Nigeria's dependency on international oil and gas sources and eliminate the $7 billion in annual fuel imports. Since 2016, the Dangote Oil Refinery has been under development following his cooperation with Stellantis Group, the parent company of Peugeot, and the Kano and Kaduna state governments. Dangote announced the completion of the Peugeot assembling factory in Nigeria in February 2022. The factory of Dangote Peugeot Automobiles Nigeria Limited, a new vehicle firm, is located in Kaduna State, Nigeria. Dangote Group eventually expanded beyond commerce to include other industries including food processing, cement manufacture, freight, and sugar refining. Soon after, the business grew to include branches all throughout the country, exporting cotton, cashew nuts, sesame seeds, and ginger to foreign countries. Dangote is involved in a variety of businesses, including oil and gas, consumer products, and manufacturing. However, Dangote Cement, of which Dangote controls 85%, accounts for the majority of the conglomerate's earning. The company, according to Forbes magazine, produces 45.6 million metric tons of cement per year and operates in 10 African nations. The Dangote Foundation is at the forefront of improving Nigerians' nutrition, health, and education. It is locally oriented yet internationally minded. He is committed to economic empowerment as a means of raising the poorest people out of poverty. Dangote's foundation, for example, began collaborating with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation in 2013 to eradicate polio and enhance regimen inoculations across the country. In August 2020, the entire African continent celebrated its official certification as wild polio-free. Not only that Aliko surged his way out of wealth, but he used his undefiable intelligence to solve one of the world's menacing diseases for his motherland. The Aliko Dangote Foundation is committed to improving people's lives in Africa through sponsoring programs in health, education, and economic development. The foundation is now Sub-Saharan Africa's leading private organization with a net worth of $19.2 billion. Dangote was ranked as the world's 97th richest person in January. At the time of writing, the Nigerian tycoon is the world's 83rd wealthiest person, surpassing Roman Abramovich, the proprietor of Chelsea Football Club in Russia, who is now rated 124th on the list of the world's 500 wealthiest individuals. Dangote has expressed his intention to buy Arsenal Football Club on several occasions, stating that he wanted to make a bid for the English Premier League squad. Last year, in an interview with Bloomberg, the Nigerian billionaire stated that once his oil refinery was done, he would consider purchasing Arsenal. The Dangote Group claims that the pipeline infrastructure, which is expected to cost $19 billion, would process enough petroleum to fulfill Nigeria's fuel needs and transform Africa's largest crude producer into a refined crude exporter. Furthermore, the world-class industrial complex will generate a market for Nigerian crude worth $11 billion per year. Aliko Dangote's rise to prominence is far from a rags-to-riches tale. He hailed from an affluent family, therefore he was able to get financial help to establish his company. Dangote has been importing soft items and reselling them in his neighborhood for many years. He soon stopped importing and started making his own things. Dangote has diversified into various industries throughout the years, including telecommunications, real estate, and steel manufacture. Dangote Group, his holding firm, is now the largest conglomerate in West Africa.